Hey everyone, it's Strange Michael. I hope you're doing well today. I have a review here for a documentary, if you want to call it that. I don't know if these stories are fake or real. I think it's about 3 different people. I don't know. Anyway, this documentary is from 2017. I saw it on Shudder, and I love Shudder documentaries. They're always typically really good, in my personal opinion. But anyway, this one was one that I'm convinced was supposed to be a pilot of some kind of TV series for Shudder that they never picked up because it's listed as a TV episode instead of just a straight-out documentary on IMDb and a couple other places I've checked too, but I could be wrong about that. Anyway, this documentary is really only about 30 minutes long, maybe 40. It's pretty quick, flies by really fast, and I thought the subject matter was fascinating when I started watching it because I went into this movie knowing nothing about it, and it tied way too closely to my childhood history and my interest as a child that it really threw me off, if I'm being honest with you. This movie is called Primal Screen. Now, this movie is very much focused on, at the beginning, there was a guy who talks about his childhood and how he had a ventriloquist dummy when he was a kid, which was very strange to me because I was a big Goosebumps fan. I loved Slappy the Dummy. My first ever ventriloquist dummy I got because of my obsession with Goosebumps was Danny O'Day, and then Charlie McCarthy, and some other ones, eventually Slappy. I've gotten rid of many of them over the time, but this film was about a guy who loved that as a kid, and then he saw a teaser trailer on TV that scared many people. My mom said that when she saw it for the first time as a kid too, for a very old movie from, I believe, the 70s or 1980 or something like that. I don't know when this movie came out, but I do love this movie quite a bit. He saw a teaser trailer that came on TV at a time when it probably shouldn't have, like a time frame of the night where kids were still awake, still watching TV, and it scared the hell out of him. And that trailer was for Magic, starring Anthony Hopkins and Burgess Meredith and Anne Margaret. Magic is basically about Anthony Hopkins being a ventriloquist. He may be a little schizo, we don't really know until you see the movie, I won't tell you anything. But the trailer for this movie that came out many years ago was terrifying. It's just a ventriloquist dummy on the screen with a completely black background. The ventriloquist dummy is the one right here named Fats, who is terrifying, absolutely terrifying. And it was him doing the very famous commercial for this movie that made it absolutely famous and made people want to go see it because of how frightening it looked. By the way, I also happen to have the book here. I never read it, from William Goldman, but I've heard it's really great. Hopefully this will be as good as the movie is. Magic the movie, excellent. Terrifying, excellent movie. But this documentary is basically about one guy talking about how much that trailer scared him, and we kind of go down this loop of not just the one guy. I'm certain they're talking about 2 other guys as well. I could be wrong, but I swear they brought up other names that weren't just the name Daniel, which I thought was the only person this documentary was about. But they talk about the uncanny valley, and specifically with ventriloquism and dolls and stuff like that, puppets, how much that seems to affect the human mind and how successful ventriloquism was back in the day, kind of the history of that, which I didn't know much about that kind of stuff. I thought it was pretty cool. This documentary interested me on a personal level because of my childhood with ventriloquist dummies, my knowledge of this movie right here that my mom showed me because it scared her so bad when she was a teen, or a kid. I think she saw it when she was a kid because it was the 70s. Pretty sure. Anyway, the fear that he's talking about, I understand, because then that ventriloquist dummy he had when he was a kid before he saw that teaser on TV, it made him not trust his dummy anymore. And I was kind of like that too after seeing Magic the movie. But anyway, it was a really cool thing to watch somebody else talk about that fear and analyze magic as a concept, ventriloquism, all of that stuff. I thought it was really, really engaging for the most part, but this is the caveat here. I don't think many people will have the interest in this documentary that I had, especially with how short it is. It's not really a documentary, it's just kind of a TV show thing. And again, I'm convinced it's a pilot. I don't care what anybody says. But I had a good time watching it. That's really all that mattered to me. I could see why people wouldn't care as much. It's not the most amazingly complex thing made. It has a lot of actor reenactments and stuff. That stuff is okay, I guess. It's well shot for what it is. There's some cool scenes where they reenact certain things from the commercial and whatever. That was pretty cool too. And I don't really have much more to say about it. The music was fine. It was decent. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really solid for what it was. Again, not the most amazing documentary I've ever seen, but for the kind of concept with what they were dealing with here and the stuff that I'm interested in from my childhood and everything and Goosebumps and all of that, I thought this was really cool, and I thought it was engaging for what it was. I'm surprised to see Shudder not do more with this. or at least promote it, I guess. I haven't had a Shudder account since 2017, so yeah, I don't know. I only had it for like 2 years in a row now. But anyway, have you seen Primal Screen? What did you think about it? I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments about it down in the comment section down below. Even though I don't think it's the most incredible documentary ever, I would still, on a 5-star basis, probably rate it at about a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was cool. I don't really talk about things that are this short, but still, really, really good. Really enjoyed this one. Definitely a big recommendation from me. So have you seen it? Put your thoughts and comments down below. Once again, 4 out of 5 stars from yours truly. Thank you guys. God bless you all. Have you seen Magic? Have you read the book? If you have not seen Magic, you need to see Magic. To really grasp what happens in this commercial and in this movie, the stories of people talking about how much it scared them as a kid from that commercial, dude, you need to watch it. It's a great flick. It's terrifying. It really gets under your skin. Really cool film, especially if you like ventriloquism and like dummies and all of that. Anyway, thank you all for watching, guys. God bless you all. Happy Thanksgiving and goodbye.